All right, Crossroads. Tonight we had some high school hoops here in Victoria East and Victoria West there for women's basketball. We're going to start here at Victoria East women's team. They played Randall High School here tonight, and both teams heading into this game were fighting for second place in district play. And this game went back and forth, and Randall hung in there, though, and they would get the victory, though, 54-47. The lead scorers, though, for Victoria East here in this game tonight was Cam Jackson at 12 points. Then Avery Valentine added in there, had 12 points as well. So East, they'll have a whole week to respond because they're going to play at Victoria West there next week, and that one should be a fun one to watch. Now, speaking of Victoria West women's basketball, they face Fort Bend Kebner there at home tonight as well, and they didn't look back in this one. They won 71-18 at home. They dominated there from the first half, and Anicia Sky and Courtney Lacey leading the team there in scoring. And again, they also got big contributions as well from Isaiah Morgan, who was huge there as well there for West. And again, they're going to face the team that just beat East there tonight in Richmond Randall. They're on the road here this Friday night. Now, what over to UHV men's baseball? Again, they started their first day of practice today at Riverside Park, and the UHV men's baseball team coming off a good season last year, going 34-17 and 19-11 in conference play there in the Red Rare Athletic Conference. And some of the star players got to keep an eye on are Julian Garcia and Jason Baker there. They helped the team out there last year, but they also got a big transfer as well. They're from southeastern Florida there, and Jonathan Jones, who again is a native here around of Texas, and he was drafted twice there in the MLB draft, their first and 28th round in the playoffs there to the Phillies. Then in the 31st round there, also went to the Milwaukee Brewers. So he's going to be a big factor for this team. And again, tomorrow I'm going to go to UHV men's baseball practice, talk to the team and how they're feeling going into 2025 season. Now, last year was one of the biggest stories we had in the Crossroads was the Ganado Indians winning their first ever state title in school history, winning in 3 overtimes versus the Stanford Bulldogs. Well, they're planning to celebrate this big-time achievement here next Monday there in downtown Ganado. The parade is planning to start at 5:15 p.m. there, where they're going to meet there at West Menifee Street. They're going to go across town and, again, meet then finally at Ganado Indians Football Stadium there around 6 p.m., where you'll have the judge there and the mayor of Ganado making some speeches and some other players making some speeches as well there. So right now, depending on how the weather's going, it's looking a little chilly there from what Mac's saying right now, about 42, 43 degrees. So we'll see if that stays the case or anything changes there going on into the week. And then finally tonight, the Cowboys and head coach Mike McCarthy, they parted ways there yesterday from each other. And now they're on the search for a new head coach, and they're currently in talks right now with Colorado head coach Deion Sanders. They're also looking into the former Cowboys offensive coordinator, now currently the Eagles offensive coordinator, and Kellen Moore. And then there's some other candidates to keep an eye on as well. So that leads us now into our viewer poll, where I asked here, who do you believe will be the next head coach for the Dallas Cowboys? And here are the couple options. The first two I mentioned, right, in Deion Sanders and Kellen Moore. And I mentioned 2 other names, right, in Cliff Kingsbury, who's a big hot candidate as well that could be the head coach, and then the Lions defensive coordinator right now, Aaron Glenn. And right now, the vote looked like it currently was around other and, again, Kellen Moore right now for both of those teams when we looked at it there. Again, it could be anybody. There's a lot of other names. We're like a Steve Sarkisian was a name we kind of were talking about as well. A lot of other names. How about Joe Brady? Yes, is also in that conversation as well. Kind of used to be in the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator right now. So you never know who will be the head man there in Dallas, and I can't wait to see what the news will come up being there in the coming weeks. But that's going to do it.